If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The question, how do you cope with social anxiety and losing a longtime friend? This is coming from someone who once worked on construction. I'm saying this for a reason. Grief is the hardest work one will ever do. Grief is exhausting. Your body will ache. The summer I worked on construction, my body ached at the end of the day. The physical pain when dealing with grief was worse. People will console you. For 3 weeks, afterwards, they will think it's time for you to move on. Little do they know, grief is not like getting over the flu. They are afraid to mention your loved one's name, because they don't want to remind you of your loved one. As if you aren't already thinking of the one you lost non-stop. People will offer advice, such as "I know how you feel, my niece died or my dog died." Be assured that it is not the same. "Well, my son died in November 1991. Nothing I can do will replace him." I joined a support group, the Compassionate Friends, TCF. It's a worldwide support group that meets once a month. This group kept me from going insane. If you've lost a child, please see if there is a group in your area. Regardless of who you've lost, TCF will accept you. Find a meeting in your area. Your local Chamber of Commerce of Health Department should have a listing. TCF taught me, if you lose your parent, you lose your past. If you lose your spouse, you lose your present. If you lose child, you lose your future. There is no timeline for grief. We all grieve at our one pace. There may also be support group for people who've lost spouses. Hearing from people who've walked in your shoes is very comforting. One thing I've learned is time does not heal all. However, time does take you further from that moment. The best thing a friend can do is say, "I'm sorry," and give you a hug. They will say, "Call me if you need me." Heck, you don't know what you need. You've never experienced this. Now, I want you to know this: if you can work the stages of grief, denial, anger, bargaining, depression and acceptance, you can feel and laugh again. This is not to say you will completely get over it. That is not an option. However, you can live a normal life. If you would like to learn much more about my grief journey, you can take a look at the ebook, Rise Above, Conquering Adversities. Find more answers and a free audiobook on how to talk to anyone in the description below. No useless advice like just get out there. I mean actual useful advice from people who have really dealt with shyness and social anxiety and overcome it in their own lives.